A great movie has now become an exciting new video game, Alien. One of the new games of the century from 20th Century Fox.
It may surprise you to learn that the very first officially licensed game based on an Alien movie was released all the way back in 1982 on the Atari 2600. Now, Alien is a 1982 maze video game, a bit like Pac-Man, for the Atari 2600, and it was published by Fox Video Games. Now, 20th Century Fox, they formed Fox Video Games in 1982 to produce video games for the Atari video computer system. Along with a novelisation and the 1984 Alien video game, this Atari 2600 game was one of the first follow-ups from 20th Century Fox that directly borrowed plot elements from the film Alien in the Alien franchise. Doug Neubauer worked as an independent contractor, making film tie-in games for 20th Century Fox's new game division, making games such as Megaforce, MASH, and the game we're going to talk about today, Alien. Now, the goal of Alien is to move your human character through the hallways of the spaceship and crush all the alien eggs which have been placed there by interacting with them. But you got to be careful, because if an alien interacts with a player, then you'll lose a life. And the game ends when the player runs out of lives. Simple, really. So, the player must avoid or destroy any adult aliens who move through these halls. Thankfully, the aliens can be halted briefly in their path by hitting them with a flamethrower, which can only be used once per life. Also scattered through the maze are pulsars. When the player interacts with them, the aliens turn blue and become vulnerable to the touch of the human character. Alien uses the difficulty switches on the Atari 2600's console, which adjusts the game's difficulty. This includes whether the pulsars make the aliens turn blue or not, and changing the movement of the aliens from the random to a fixed pattern. Very Pac-Man. Now, what Pac-Man also cannot equal is Frogger. So, once all the alien eggs are destroyed, the player enters a bonus round, which involves you making a Frogger-style dash up the screen between moving groups of aliens against a harsh clock of 8 seconds to grab the prize. So, you need to make your route choice and stick to it quickly. The player will not lose a life if he's hitting this round though. Then, you're off to the next level, a harder level. So, what's my overall thoughts of this game? Well, Alien looks and sounds like an Atari 2600 game. It's hard to dress it up much more than that, except it looks like a good one. The mazes are well defined, movement is smooth, the alien eggs look like dots and the pulsars look like asterisks. But there is a real character in the aliens, especially this sinister yellow one. There's barely any flicker either, which is good, apart from that sinister yellow alien, but let's say that's intentional, to up the scares. It's certainly better than that strobe ghost horror show of the official 2600 Pac-Man. That certainly wasn't my favourite game. There's also a really cool effect when you go into the hyperwarp thingy at the side of the screen too, where you dissolve as you enter it before re-emerging on the other side. And then the sound department, well, you've got various siren noises that either up the tension or just drive you mad, and there's a constant crunch as you take out the alien eggs underfoot. Again, classic Atari 2600, but I have to say, I've heard a lot worse. Now, in all honesty, Alien isn't original at all. It borrows nearly all the ideas from Pac-Man, and its changes aren't exactly groundbreaking. But in the end, I would rather play Alien over Atari's Pac-Man any day. It plays a very pure version of Pac-Man, to the point I generally forgot about the flamethrower even existing. The controls are considerably smoother, making navigating the maze a breeze. In addition, the graphics are better looking, as the pellets actually look like dots, and the aliens are solid, colourful shapes, rather than the blurry spectres of Pac-Man. Even the game's neat sound effects are closer to the arcade Pac-Man than Atari's dreadful port. The character is responsive, the seemingly random nature of the alien AI is challenging, and often panic-inducing. The mazes feel good, and the Frogger bonus screen is a really nice incentive to keep going, although the concept is arguably just as addictive without it. And it's got 2600 cool aliens chasing after you, which is loads better than crazy flickering ghosts. And for me at least, That all combines with a clear love of the film that might not be able to transcend the technical limitations of the time and the system, but is just about enough to transcend all other versions of a similar game. So overall, look to this game if you want some pellet grabbing retro fun on your Atari 2600. Okay folks, that was my short review of the first Alien game, which was released on the Atari 2600. I hope you liked my little video. If so, why don't you press that like button? Also, please leave a comment. Did you own or play this game back in the day? Tell me, what did you think of it? Also, it would be great if you press that subscribe button. That really would be great. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll tune into my channel again. Until my next video, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.